Right, y'all. Sis, this is funny as hell. Even the neighbors, I all of a sudden got a flash vision of them. Like, what the hell going on? Why the hell is this bee so happy? And I ain't know either, but I got some signs that letting me know. Even the angels letting me know I was just lucky. But what made me think of something more serious is like an older video on this channel. Maybe like when I first started this channel back in February, I think mid-February or March. And don't pardon my son, I don't own the copyrights to those music songs off of Gracie's Corner, but they be slapping, y'all. They be hitting. But so I was on a group and I was having so much fun with the ladies. Like I got a sign to let it, from the Zed song came on. I didn't know that song, but I do like a song or two from Zed. So that's like with the one with Haley Williams, I think. I forgot her name, but she used to be with Paramore. But yeah, I know, y'all. I know some people gonna be like, "What Paramore?" You look it up, you be like, "Oh, that's the white folks stuff." But no, I don't care. I'm not like that. I don't mind different genres of music. But anyways, that song happened to come on, and it was like I was already in an uplifted energy, and it's the group basically that I went to from NAMI online. Well, it was for people of color or something like they call it BIPOC or something like that. Here, let me turn the light on. And so my son, he's out there jamming. So oh yeah, let me fix this. So I just basically found out I was lucky. That's why. And I was like, well, didn't Yeshua orchestrate it like that? And I got a no card. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I was just lucky. Because I found out how good group was tonight. This is my first one ever that I went to, but how good it was, it's not usually that positive. And it was, I had quite a few ladies in there that was agreeing with me, and they said it tonight too, that they got somehow lucky, unlucky, or unfortunate, I guess, because they were trying to, not be so biased, that they actually didn't have any men show up in the group tonight. And I was glad because I was able to be free how I wanted to. I felt safe tonight to talk about some of the things I was experiencing. And a lady was so happy. She was clapping her hands for me, and they was like agreeing and so happy that I brought up some of the topics that I brought up in group. Yeah, baby, I was wearing them cards out. I ain't had them for about no more than a month or two, and they already looking like that. I'll be like, I'm so sorry, my angels. I'll be telling y'all till up. But anyways, we had so much fun, and the ladies are in Oregon, so we got to talk about some of the issues, and I'll talk about that stuff later. But something I realized is that how lucky I must have been, because I saw it, like the gay stalking people try to write it on there, FORD, and usually when people say something about Ford is found on road dead, and then right after they wrote it at the bottom of a light post, they had on the sidewalk Luck, L-U-C-K, written in large black letters. And it's like they were pissed, but it's a sign that, I guess, instead of found on road dead. But that's not what it meant, though. But to me, what I found, I said I'm going to change it to found on road determined. Because the situation where one of my exes that I used to help him, watch his daughters for him, and I met him at the bank. He helped me get a job with Wells Fargo. Of course, they strategically sent in a different lady, Lindsay Rudolph, to get me in trouble. That's why Wells Fargo won't rehire me, because it's something she went in the system and did so that I would lose my job. And it wasn't even my fault, but they fired me for it. And she got to stay. I was like, that's all right. Y'all think y'all doing something to try to but anyways, that's kind of what I was talking about tonight, how certain people project their nastiness onto you. And then, I don't look at things the same anymore. Like today, I was kind of feeling depressed earlier because I was thinking about how a lot of stuff that used to matter to me, it really doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm 32 years old. Like stuff that mattered to billionaires don't even matter to me like that. And I almost look at it's like, I don't know. I don't see, it's like, it helps me overcome this matrix with the current mindset that I have on this reality that we exist in. Seeing the different perceptions of the different realities. People can live in this one existence that we live in right now at the same time. Past, future, present. But the thing is, guys, I just wanted to share a little bit really quick how I feel like I was lucky to keep escaping the grasp of these people that were trying to traffic me and my son back in 2022. Was that the end of 2021? No, it was March. Okay, end of March is when I left the house. So starting from April all the way till July of 2022, I kept running into people that were attempting to traffic my son, like to kidnap us, basically. I'm just going to say not traffic, but kidnap us. And I kept paying attention. I'm thankful to God. I'm so grateful for being observant, for having discernment, to be able to see very clearly through situations, even when people played it very well. And I feel bad because I clearly see now, looking back on those situations in the past, on 2022, how these group of black men that were all driving white cars, wearing white t-shirts, looking like gangster ass niggas, was trying to get me in their car. And they went as far as even having people driving with U-Haul trucks like, if they got me, that I was supposed to be put in the back of the U-Haul truck, and then they just driving around looking like they're moving, quote unquote, moving in a U-Haul truck. So and then when I found out these people with the Malachi Empire can get a different identity and rent hotel rooms, they can rent rental cars, U-Haul trucks, all that type of stuff, then I realized the bigger scheme, the bigger picture, the bigger reality of what's been going on and what they do. Made a lot of money on the back end. Like one investigator, psychic investigator used to say, she's the one who originated. So don't worry, ma'am. I'm not trying to take anything you say and say it as if I said it myself. That's Mrs. Spiritual Advisor. She's the one who put us on to that song being like a sign of the people making it, like where people made a lot of money on the back end, because that's what they be doing. That's why they made that song too. But yeah, so and it's thanks to her that I actually decided to leave my family's house in due time, even though I know she said I was going to be safe, and I would have been safe, but I just didn't want to even be around my family after getting confirmation on things that I knew that they were doing. I said, I don't even want to be around y'all Negroes no more. I'm out of here. So I bounced, and then that's when I was facing the people trying to kidnap us, me and my son. And nobody in Hillsborough, like the further part of Hillsborough, like where they call it Mexico City because it's mostly Mexicans down there, nobody was trying to help. And it's like they took that whole part of Mexico City, Hillsborough, Oregon, and went to Beaverton and followed us there. They were walking around with cell phones by the library. A bunch of random Mexicans looked like they not too long ago crossed the border, came through and was on their phones watching and telling. It's like I could see the way they were looking around. It was like they were giving our location, telling what we were doing and where we were walking to. And I literally laid out in the middle of the grass because it was out in the open in front of other innocent bystanders, people I could tell that weren't involved. But I could feel that there was spell work, like there was a heavy spell placed over the city where people wouldn't really be able to see what was going on and what was happening at the time it was happening. And I realized that, and at that moment it was like devastating, but I had to keep pressing forward with my son. He was not even a year old. I think he was barely 4 to 6 months old. He was still really young. I'm out there in the street. It's nighttime, trying to make sure he's bundled up and warm while I'm walking around. It's cold, 2:00 in the morning at night, because I didn't have a car at the time. And it was some other things going on, including my family, congregating, trying to make sure, it's like at the very end, like before my mom passed away, like before I left the house, it's like I could feel it so thick that my family was doing things to intentionally make it appear that I wasn't gonna make it. I can't really explain it, but I'll get into that some other time. It's like they all were gloating in my face. It seemed orchestrated, so that I could give up and feel like a hopeless failure. That's all I'm gonna say for now. And then, so I just left, and even my mom said I should leave and go to a shelter. So I did, because I said, you know what, I'm not dealing with this BS anymore. And they taken the door off the hinges like I'm a child with my son. I'm like, come on, I got up out of there. And then they want to put out a missing persons report. And then when that happened, you see what I'm saying? They put out a missing persons report. People were trying to kidnap us. Pay attention, people. Sometimes your family's some dirt bags, and they'll smile in your face and say, "Oh, we love you, we miss you." Then the CPS nigga, Alex Schmidt, yeah, he white and you. I said nigga, the CP, and I would say the other one, but I don't think I need to be that harsh right now. 1010 when I just looked down at the timer, but I've been seeing that number as well as 1111 and 222 and 444 a lot, but yeah, sometimes 323, but. The thing is, I just wanted to share that because maybe it was because of luck, but I'm not going to use that luck and gloat like I'm better and I'm lucky. I'm finna use that to like help bring justice in some ways that I can on the behalf of other people who weren't so lucky, because it really irritates, it gets under my skin. It pisses me off about how long this stuff been going on. And I feel like now that people were under a spell, that's why they didn't really know and pay any attention to it. And people don't believe in spell work as it is. So at this point, I'm like, I kind of see why they get away with it, because some people are just so gullible and stupid. And it's sometimes the ones that think that they're the most smartest ones, like, oh man, you nigga, you slow, man, you slow. And it'd be those same people making fun of somebody else, calling them slow, that be slow themselves, because there's things that's happening to them. They own person that they look up to or say, oh yeah, that's my homie, man, that's my nigga, or that's my bro right there. That it'll be that person that's setting your ass up, but you will betray somebody else on behalf of that person. And that be the person that's planning your demise, and you fall right into the trap just like they want you to, because that's how it goes. But yeah, so hopefully, yeah, I'm basically just trying to say we were supposed to be kidnapped, I guess. I could see it happening. Missing persons report. The police was mad as hell at me because I said I'm psychic, and they didn't believe me. At that time I was going through so much shit in the street and trying to get somewhere to live, and then find out that I already was watching everything as it was playing out, live time, real time, including how the people at Community Action in Beaverton, the lady that was working with us named Crystal, how she even looked like, I could clearly tell just in her demeanor that she was a witch. She was somebody that was working behind the scenes. She practiced Wicca or something like that. I don't know. But it's like I was able to look that I was going through an awakening in the middle of them trying to kidnap me. I'm out in the streets with my son. It's 2:00 in the morning. It's cold. It even was hot in the morning. It felt like the sun was burning up the back of my neck, like it was cooking us. I don't know what the hell was going on. It was a lot going on, but. I was enduring that, barely, still trying to keep clean, still trying to make sure at least my son has something to eat. That's how I lost so much weight, walking around everywhere. And all I was doing was smoking marijuana and drinking water or drinking beer. And sometimes now and then I would heat up some noodles in the microwave when I finally got to a hotel through making it through these companies, when I ran out of money that I got from my taxes that year, because I also tried to start a business. And then guess what? My dad deliberately did not send me my mail for that business, and the time expired. Then after the time expired for me to have that business under a different organization, I forgot what it's called, like when they list their company as the address and stuff. And then, so I have to change information. I effed up on it anyways, because I used the house number as the residential address as the business address, which I've heard you're not supposed to do. And then on top of that, before I left, it was this karmic couple that used my information and to get to fictitiously to like I guess Jimmy, whatever they call it, jerry rig or whatever, to create a different profile using my identity to get a SBA loan, and then tell me I didn't get approved for it, so that they could take all the money. They think I don't know. I said, oh, something don't feel right about that, but all right. He was another one of those same type of dudes, kind of like Tazadak and Neapolis Malik Malachi from the Malachian Empire. And there's the other Eastbury Estates dude. They all do that same shit. They all do that same contract law stuff. Pretend they get money by scamming people. And some of them they'll do the bare minimum to look legit, but they doing a lot of fraudulent activity, and they got a lot of people's identities. That's why some people need to pay attention. Just because you don't believe in this shit, they probably doing something else with your identity and you don't even know it. So